Everyone's crapping on Shane Dawson right now. There's a lot of negativity surrounding his name, you know, rightfully so.
Your hair back and forth. Oh.
I love black people. I'm not racist. I was trying to be funny.
The word of the day is nigga.
Oh, nigga, bitch, monkey woman, you're the best.
And I don't have much to really add on that situation, so I didn't want to make a video to add on that situation. The video would probably be talking about 12-year-olds in that way is not okay, and that would be the message. So I just saved you 30 minutes. You're welcome. But I want to redirect some of the negativity that's surrounding his name to a positive direction. And before you type in the comments that I'm trying to vent him, I'm not. I'm just trying to shine a spotlight back on someone that he took it from. Shane actually did a great job hiding this from the light of day. For some reason, no one on the internet remembers this, or they remember it and decided to follow Shane Dawson anyway. The behind the scenes for his movie Not Cool actually was the first inklings that he was a garbage human being, a scumbag you may even say. Not only did he behave poorly in the making of the movie. You know, the movie is just a terrible cancer that didn't deserve to exist in the first place. And his movie might be the reason that they don't trust any YouTubers to make movies anymore. I will go into all of that, and I'll also discuss how he stole the spotlight for AM Lukas. We'll start the story after my intro. And while you're watching my intro, feel free to do all that YouTube engagement stuff. Dare I set a like goal? I'm kidding. If I ever set a like goal, feel free to unsubscribe because that means something is wrong and I've sold out. Roll my intro. Now, a lot of people that have reviewed Shane Dawson's movie or talked about Shane Dawson's movie fail to mention the fact that it was actually linked to a reality TV show. And this TV show was called The Chair. I know, original name. The Chair was actually an excellent concept and I wish there was a second season of it, but Shane Dawson ruined the first one.
He says, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've had clients that have gone online, watched Shane's stuff, and said, I don't want to be a part of that.
When I was an actor, I was auditioning for everything. I don't quite understand the logic of being picky when you have no job.
Well, no, but that's the problem. They do have jobs. And one woman in particular who's a professor who's up for tenure.
Well, then why am I seeing professors? Where are the actors? Anything.
It's been mentioned many, many times that is a problem for people. So if we just lose that, I'm just saying.
I'm not taking anything out of the movie to please a bunch of out-of-work actors in Pittsburgh who should be lucky to get an audition for a feature film. No director has ever taken anything out of a movie to get somebody to audition.
Shane?
I'm angry that we're finding out about this 2 days before we start filming the movie. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
Shane, stop it. You can't go. We have too much to do.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this.
If your only source for reality TV is TLC, HGTV, you completely missed The Chair, and that's okay. So, let me quickly explain it. The idea for The Chair was created by two producers, Chris Moore and Skylar from the NBC drama Heroes. I'm sorry, forever tainted in my mind. He ruined himself for me. They had a little social experiment in which they got one script and wanted to give that script to two different directors and see what the end result was going to be. On top of the same script, they had the same $850,000 budget. They had the same setting, Pittsburgh and its 500 bridges. If you didn't know, Pittsburgh's second amount of bridges behind Venice. Who would have thought that? And there's only one difference between both of the directors. One was a defender of pedophilia, happened to hump cat, and had 2 million subscribers on YouTube. And the other one was Shane Dawson. I just described the same person twice. The other one was a classically trained filmmaker by the name of AM Lukas.
I had always been a writer. I went to NYU for screenwriting.
Anna Martamucci has come up through a very traditional way. She's an actress, she's a writer. She and her family have all come through the New York independent film community.
And action!
Now this wouldn't be a reality TV show without a little bit of tension. So on top of detailing the creation of both movies, the behind the scenes of both movies, the thought processes of both directors, it was a competition. The camera during the show was very much biased and focused a lot on Shane because Shane had a, I don't want to say more interesting camera presence. It was just because he was actually just a terrible person, and it was actually amusing to see how bad he could be. The competition was more or less to see what movie could rack in more money in the box office. Whoever came up with the idea of the show completely forgot that Shane has an outside audience of 2 million people. So of course it was going to be biased, even though his movie was actually dumpster juice.
In the critical landscape, I mean, absolutely destroyed.
One review said that if you enjoy my movie, you must be a sociopath.
That was in the Los Angeles Times.
There's a lot of things that I'd rather do than watch Shane Dawson's movie, and honestly watching paint dry is a little too entertaining. I'd probably rather watch grass grow.
Wow. This is premium content. Honestly, invigorating. Perfect. Honestly, I don't want to give him any more clout than I'm already kind of giving him, so let's talk about AM Lukas.
Juxtaposed next to Shane, and because she actually was a nice person, she seemed like the nicest person to exist on this earth. She was not only nice, but was extremely down to earth throughout the show, and I think that it's best shown in the way that she addresses the camera. It just comes off as extremely real. She just seems like a very genuine person. It feels like it would be if you or I were tasked with making a movie. And she's extremely humble in her approach to making the movie, and even though she's professionally trained in the art of making movies, she lets her insecurity be shown, and it's not like an unhealthy form of insecurity. I'll just show you a clip.
You can maybe even like leave me with an assignment of like shot listing or something. I don't know. I just need your guidance in terms of how you prep for a film because I've never done it. I think it might be a great thing for you to come Friday and Saturday.
I already started speaking with Mina about the script tonight, and it went very, very well. I realized that it's really, really important for me to work with someone who's excited about my very imperfect script. That is a major factor for me, someone who wants to make this movie.
And throughout the whole thing, she carries the same temperament, and she's just extremely nice to the whole cast. And at no point in the show does she let the power go to her head. Even willing to listen to the feedback, compared to Shane not willing to listen to any feedback from anyone at any time.
Get together again.
It's fine that you're saying Facebook. I just want to say it too many times.
Well, but she also said you Facebook stalked me.
I know, so we can use it, but say if the opening montage doesn't have Facebook and it's like generic, whatever.
Do you not understand what I'm saying?
I
she
do.
says Facebook
No, I do.
stalked
It's
me.
okay. It's okay.
Then why are you saying it's not okay if
because
you say
she's saying
it
it
twice?
so many times that
So
it's
we can
like...
only say it once?
So
then we either can say it or we can't.
No, that's not...
Do you understand what she's saying?
It's...
No, I don't either.
Just,
okay.
just the second one, the line.
Let's get to acting notes and not like word notes.
Not about changing your vision. Do you see it as something that you still want to work on and make better? And
You guys, I'm really annoyed because I feel like I have not come across any less than a collaborative person. If you guys told me like, hey, I think there's a lot of work to it, I'd be like, okay, great, let's do it.
You won't read the notes?
I want to see all the notes.
You said the opposite to me.
No,
you specifically told me that night, you guys are gonna send me the notes and I'm never gonna read them.
In fact, there's a scene where she's meeting and interviewing with the costume designers who also interviewed with Shane Dawson. And after meeting with her, they're ready to throw Shane Dawson's script directly into the trash because of not only his script being trash, but because he's trash. I would go into detail about the show and her behaviors, but this video isn't really about the show. I just wanted to raise awareness about AM Lukas and her movie. And also, the show is free on this app called Tubi, not a sponsor. And I didn't really want to spoil it because I knew a lot of people that watch this video probably haven't heard of The Chair. And I really just wanted to point people back over to her and back over to her movie because honestly, for an early work for a director, it showed a lot of promise and was exponentially better than Shane Dawson's movie with the same script. So let's forget Shane Dawson ever made a movie and let's just focus on hers. And her movie was actually robbed of any recognition because of the way that the show released the movies. They were really only given the option to watch either Shane Dawson's movie or AM Lukas's movie. So all of Shane Dawson's fans were like, oh, meet and greet for Shane Dawson, let's watch his movie, and no one went to go watch her movie. And the limited release was so small, in fact, that Shane Dawson's movie made $36,000. And in the grand scheme of it being compared to the budget and how much movies usually make, $36,000 is not a lot of money. But when you compare it to how much money AM Lukas made on her movie, which was $1,300 in the box office, it just really makes you start to wonder. This is again a call to you guys to just be careful who you stand. I was never on the Shane Dawson wave, and I'm so happy that I was never on the Shane Dawson wave. I've never gave that man $1. And I think it would be great if we watched the trailer for AM Lukas's movie. Wow, it's been a while since I've been at like this angle doing a commentary video. It may come back, it may not, who knows. But I did come up with the structure before I get into this trailer of where I want to take my channel. 3 types of videos. Questions you should ask, which is going to be about a lot of the deeper videos that I've been posting. I'm going to still cover YouTube things like I'm covering now, but only if I have something valuable to say or add. And then Coffee Time with Will. Those are going to be the 3 main types of videos. So those are things that you can expect. I finally have some structure. But let's just get into watching the trailer. And I'm going to point out some things from the movie as well as the trailer that I like from. And I'm going to continue to bash Shane Dawson's terrible, terrible, terrible movie while doing this. So get ready. Just get ready.
The first semester of college is awesome because nobody knows you. Like in 2nd grade, I was sent home from school for humping a Teletubby.
And that brings up the first thing, you know, like she does a great job at, one, you could already tell by the production value, the shot selection, the color grading, all of that stuff is just exponentially more, I would say, in line with mainstream movies and mainstream like independent films, while Shane's was just like, here's some basic ass shots. It was just like so basic. And the first joke even broadcasted the difference in the humor, the opening trailer. It was very self-depreciating. It was kind of a little bit more mature than a lot of the jokes that Shane was made, and it wasn't at the expense of other people. It didn't make you think that they were less of a person. It actually did a great job at developing their character because they came to this realization of college is so much different than high school, because high school, everyone knows about your past, but in college, they get to, what I tell you is what you figure out.
Just wanted one more Thanksgiving at home. You know, they say you can never go home again. Yeah. No, I mean, you actually can't go home again. I'm packing everything in a U-Haul. Let's go eat our feelings.
That joke, it was a lot more complex than anything that Shane Dawson would ever be able to put together. And you gotta keep in mind, they also started with the same script, like the same source material. And somehow we got this, and not cool. Which just like, it baffles me, which is all I need to know in terms of the idea that we can completely delete Shane Dawson from our memory, and especially his movie. And now whenever you want to mention the movie, let's talk about let's talk about Hollidaysburg. I can't speak.
So, what's this plan?
You've been hanging out with all the wrong people, which is why I've to show you the splendor of the bird.
Thanks for bringing me to this abandoned warehouse and not murdering me.
This clip segment kind of gives me the opportunity to break down 2 of the good things that she does, and just one little pause. The whole movie, you know, they were all given the same setting. They were given Pittsburgh. And she made the city another character by the way that she does some of the shots. She shows you some of the beautiful landscapes that exist in the town, some of the little nooks and crannies, and it really brings the city to life and brings it as another aspect of the characters, which brings me to her characters. They're a lot more likable than Shane's characters, and they're less over-exaggerated. Like, a lot of Shane's characters are very cartoonish and almost like extremely over-exaggerated version. Like, if you think of like the worst a person could possibly be and then take that to 500, that's Shane's movie, you know, like that's kind of how it is and how all the characters are. That's one other thing that she does exceptionally well, and enough for it to warrant a possible watch out of you. I'm not going to go too in detail of the trailer because I also want you to go watch it yourself, so that's probably all the clips I'm going to bring for you. There's a lot to be seen with the trailer, and there's even a lot to be seen with the movie in the show. So these are all great opportunities for you to explore AM Lukas a little bit more. And I say AM Lukas even though her name is Anna. It's because she changed it. So I'm trying to be respectful to her new name. But all of the things that this is from before she changed her names. I think just for craps and giggles, let's look at a not cool trailer. Real cool. Real quick. You can already see the huge difference. Like, let's just keep watching. Let's just keep watching.
Public sex is way in right now. Glory hole.
Who are you? Fucking Spider-Man?
Give me your dick.
What the hell is wrong with these people?
Are you crying?
I'm sorry, Scott. It's over.
What?
You know, yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here before my video gets flagged as inappropriate content or anything like that. Shane Dawson's movie, I can't even... If you want to watch a video about his movie in detail to see how bad it actually is, I Hate Everything did a great video on his movie that is worth watching. In the meantime, there's not many videos about Hollisdayburg, and I haven't seen any that I actually enjoyed watching, so I don't have any way to direct you to one about the movie. So the best alternative to that is to just watch the movie yourself. I feel like that's a fair thing to say. Or watch The Chair, in which you'll get a better understanding of the movie itself. And The Chair is free on Tubi, like I said, not a sponsor, not sponsored by them. I don't even know how I can communicate to them that I'm sending some people over there. They're probably going to get like 2 downloads. That'd be dope, though. And then the last note before I end the video, I do want to just say I'm working on a longer commentary video, questions you should ask. That's going to take me a little longer than I originally thought. But in the meantime, you get a coffee time with Will in the meantime. So don't stress. There's going to be some content coming. Yeah, I think that's everything. So Will Walks is out.